What's good, YouTube? Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Sndl. I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I think the stock could literally double in the very short term, as well as some very exciting news about the company and how this news could definitely affect the stock price. I'm also going to be talking to you guys about other factors as to what will drive the stock price up, including SSR. So a lot of you guys might not know what SSR is, so stay tuned for that, as well as how SNDL could avoid a reverse stock split. Then finally, after I do all that, we will be going ahead and talking about technical analysis. So I'm going to be doing some little charting for you guys on Sndl, and I'll be telling you guys what my resistance, support, take profit, what price I bought at, and where I plan on selling the stock. So before we get started, if we could please leave a like and subscribe, that will be highly appreciated. So in regards to Sndl, they currently have no debt on their balance sheet. They literally owe $0. Then on top of that, they're going to be receiving about 50 million to 58 million. I don't know the exact dollar amount, but it's somewhere between there. And it's going to be a repayment towards Zenabis. So in my previous video that I've talked about Sndl, I did mention that Sndl are trying to acquire Zenabis, and they're doing it by taking over the debt. So Zenabis found a third party in order to loan them out money to pay Sndl in order to not be acquired. So literally, this means that they have so much money in their bank, and not only that, they raised $400 million by selling the stock at 75 cents. And on Monday, they actually did, so this was yesterday, they did an offering at $1, and they're raising $74.5 million. So they're going to be receiving that money on February 4th. So literally they have over $500 million just sitting in cash, not including what they already had prior to this. So in regards to marijuana stocks, under the Biden administration, they're in support of it. So this is going to be driving up the marijuana industry and the marijuana stocks. They're looking to decriminalize marijuana. Once that does happen, you'll definitely see these stock prices go up insanely. They're going to be legalizing marijuana from state to state. So what they're going to be doing is from each state could go ahead and do a vote and see if they want to legalize it. I know New York is going to be the next state to do so. And then they're even considering to doing it on a federal level, but that's going to take a little bit more work and won't happen that short term. So right now, with all this money that Sndl have, what they're planning on doing is they're looking to start acquiring companies. If they could buy out another company or acquire a company, this will definitely raise up the stock price insanely, just on the rumor alone. And then once it does happen, this will take off. So right here, the CEO said that they have a really good balance sheet, they have liquidity, etc. We are grateful for continued investor support as we pursue attractive capital allocation opportunities within the emerging cannabis industry. So they're looking definitely to take over some companies. They tried to do that with Zenabis, but they didn't succeed. They will be doing that to other companies. And just off the rumor of Zenabis, like the stock went through the roof. I think it almost doubled. So the best part about Sndl and what is happening today is Sndl have a SSR. So that's a short selling restriction. And essentially what that is if a stock has dropped more than 10% in the previous day, the following day, and this rule has been made since 2010. So the following day, people cannot short the stock when it's going down. They could only short the stock as it's going up. And this is to avoid the stock dropping from a certain amount all the way down to zero by having too many short sellers. So essentially, some people will refuse to short sell the stock because if they're only short selling on an uptrend, it makes it a lot harder for them to short sell, and it makes it a lot riskier. So there's going to be less short sellers. Meaning, if we could get some really good volume, we could definitely short squeeze the shorts. And like you guys seen with GME, like you guys have seen with a, So like you guys have seen with GME, and like you guys have seen with AMC, the movie theater, Nokia, etc., and Fubo, they've been short squeezing the shorts, and this could definitely happen with SNDL, except it's in our favor. So like I mentioned, that 10% mark. So if you go back, and I mentioned it went down 14% just yesterday alone. So they cannot short sell tomorrow on a downtrend. Then we have an even better news. So SNDL has to stay above that $1 mark in order not to be delisted by NASDAQ. So if a company gets delisted off of NASDAQ or their major exchange and they go to the OTC, the stock will definitely crash. Now they have to stay above that dollar mark for a certain period of time. If they trade under a dollar for X amount of time, NASDAQ will contact them and let them know that, hey, you guys have to do a reverse split, or you guys have to find a way to bring your stock to $1 or more for at least 10 consecutive days. So as of right now, we've already reached 2 days in a row where we're trading above $1. And with all this that I have mentioned, this stock could definitely go well above $1. And if it stays there above $10, they're not going to get delisted, and they do not have to do a reverse split. So just off of that, in the next 8 days, it is very important, because we can definitely see the stock going up once it's confirmed that they cannot be delisted due to the stock trading at $1 plus for 10 consecutive days. Next thing I want to mention to you guys is, when you're purchasing a stock, make sure you look at the level 2 order book and look at the sell wall. So this tells you all the people that are selling the stock, and this tells you how many people are buying the stock and at what level. So as you can see right here, at $1.20, the sell wall becomes big because there's 188,000 shares being sold, and it gets bigger and bigger as you go along. And then at 27, it literally 401,000 shares. So people have to purchase the stock a lot at once in order to break the sell wall, and we could hit the higher prices. Now, if you guys don't have an order book, or you would like me to screenshot you the most recent one, so I took this one as of midnight, so before the pre-market, so it could change. If you guys want, you guys could just DM me or hit me up on mmfinance 24/7 on Twitter, and I could definitely just give you guys a screenshot if you guys don't want to pay for the order book with your brokers. Alright, so next thing I want to mention is the charts and the prices. So I've purchased the stock multiple times. I've purchased them right here after the gap up at 61 cents. I sold at the resistance right here about like 75. Bought back again at the 58 level, and then I literally went ahead and sold like multiple times. I've sold at the dollar range, $1.05. I bought back, so I kept playing this swing. So every time it goes up, I would sell. It goes down, I would buy, and I would just follow these. So for those of you guys that don't know, it may look complicated, but essentially these yellow lines are either resistance or supports. So a stock needs to go ahead and break that resistance in order to go ahead and move up to the next one. So as you can see right here, it failed to break the resistance, it dropped down. Tried again, it failed, it dropped down. Then it went ahead and broke it and actually went through it. So once it breaks that resistance, the stock price will definitely go. So it went, and now it's having a struggle to break that $1.20. So essentially right here, if personally, since I already bought the stock yesterday, and I bought it at $1 price. So I bought 2 shares on 2 different accounts, one at $1, the other one at about 92 cents, or 93 cents, I believe. So essentially what I'm doing right here is I am looking to, at the dollar price, I'm looking to see if we could break that $1.18, if we could break that $1.20. If we could break that $1.20, I think the stock will go and hit the Fibonacci, the 1.36 Fibonacci right here at the level 1.36, and I'm probably going to start taking out maybe 25% of my position at $1.36. It all depends. If I see that we bounce back up, bounce back down, and we can maintain the support, then I might not sell, but I do plan on securing some little profits on one of my accounts at $1.36. Now, after the $1.36, the next level right there is $1.71, and right here at $1.71, I would be taking out 100%, not 100% of my money. So at $1.71, I'll be taking off the cost. So whatever it costs me to purchase the stock at $1, and I'll just be leaving the profits. From there, I'll increase my stop loss to about $1.43, somewhere between $1.45 to $1.36, and having that as a stop loss. So if it does go below and hit that $1.20 mark, then yeah, so if it does go ahead and hit that $1.20 mark, I would have sold at a higher price. If I see that, let's say that does happen, it hits that $1.20 mark and bounces back up, then as soon as I start seeing that bounce back up, I'll try to buy again and maybe try to make that money going upwards. But if it could break that $1.70, then I see it hitting that $1.90 at the Fibonacci level, and if it beats that $1.90, it could literally go all the way to $2.35. After $2.35, literally this thing will fly through the roof. But definitely once it hits $2.35, I'm probably gonna go ahead and sell out of my position for my short-term goals, and then for my other account with the long-term, it'll vary based on what's happening, and I do react differently based on what happens. And just make sure you guys do secure some of your profits. Sometimes you might have a goal to sell at $1.70 and it might not hit and bounce back down. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys do have any questions or want me to go in more precise or more details in regards to the charts, let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace out, guys.